You're alone in your room. Everything is absolutely silent. And then you hear it, a low, persistent hum, almost as if it's coming from inside your own head. Or maybe it's a high-pitched tone of frequency that slices through the silence like an invisible blade. You look around. You search for the source. But there's nothing there. No devices turned on. No logical explanation. And then the question hits you. Am I imagining this? Am I going crazy? Or is the universe trying to communicate with me in a way most people simply can't perceive? If you found your way to this video, chances are you've already experienced this. And if you're here right now, listening to these words, know this: you are not alone. In fact, you may be among the chosen, those going through a deep, irreversible spiritual awakening. What you're about to discover isn't something you'll easily find in conventional books or casual conversations. Most people who experience these strange sounds, these unusual frequencies, sent by the universe, never talk about them. They're afraid of being judged, mocked, or labeled as unstable. But the truth is far more fascinating and far more powerful than any external judgment. These sounds you're hearing are not symptoms of common health issues. They're not the result of everyday stress or fleeting anxiety. They are messages. They are direct signals from the universe. They are evidence that something within you is changing at such a deep level that your physical body, your mind, and your sensory perception are being reconfigured to operate on an entirely different frequency. And today, we're going to dive into the 4 most powerful signs that confirm the strange frequencies you're hearing are, in fact, clear signals of spiritual awakening sent by the universe itself. But before we explore these signs, there's something fundamental you need to understand. Spiritual awakening is not a single event that happens in one magical moment of your life. It is a continuous process, often painful, always transformative, that completely dismantles who you thought you were in order to reveal who you truly are. During this process, your energetic body goes through intense recalibrations. Your chakras begin spinning at different speeds. Your auric layers expand, and your sensitivity to the energetic fields around you multiplies exponentially. It's as if you've been tuned to an old radio, slowly adjusting the dial until you finally pick up a station that was always broadcasting, but that you were never able to hear before. And these sounds, these frequencies that seem to come from nowhere, are exactly that. You're beginning to receive signals from the universe, from higher dimensions, from realities beyond the physical veil, from planes of existence that have always been there, but that your perception, limited by social programming and mental conditioning, never allowed you to access. The universe is literally speaking to you through these frequencies, and you're finally developing the ears to listen. Now, let's move to the first powerful sign the universe is sending through these frequencies. The sounds appear during moments of deep silence or meditation. Think about it. When was the last time you truly experienced absolute silence? We live in a world saturated with noise, constant distractions, endless information bombarding our minds every second. But when you finally allow yourself to stop, when you sit in stillness, when you close your eyes and breathe deeply, that's exactly when the sounds begin. This is not a coincidence. External silence creates space for you to perceive what the universe has always been communicating internally. During meditation, your state of consciousness shifts. Your brain waves slow down, moving from beta into alpha, theta, and even delta in deeper states. In these lower brainwave frequencies, your sensory perception expands. You literally begin operating on a frequency band where the universe can reach you more directly. And that's when the sounds appear. Many people describe them as a high-frequency hum, as if thousands of tiny cosmic bells were ringing simultaneously at a pitch that almost exceeds the limits of human hearing. Others describe a constant tone like the sound you hear after leaving a loud concert, except it never fully fades away. Some even report sound that pulse in waves, rising and falling in intensity, as if they're breathing in sync with the universe itself. In Eastern spiritual traditions, these sounds are often referred to as the sound of silence or the primordial tone. In Hinduism, it's known as Nada Brahman, the cosmic sound that permeates all creation, the very voice of the universe manifesting as vibration. In Tibetan Buddhism, advanced practitioners are taught to meditate on this inner sound as a gateway to higher states of consciousness and direct communication with universal intelligence. What you're experiencing is not new. It's not unique to you, but it is personal. It is powerful. And it's an unmistakable sign that the universe has chosen this specific moment to begin communicating with you more directly. Your consciousness is expanding beyond conventional human perception. And hey, Race, what's even more fascinating? The more you pay attention to these sounds without resisting them or judging them, the more they become a bridge between your awakened consciousness and the infinite universe. They can become a focal point for deep meditation, a portal to transcendent experiences, a reliable guide that signals when you are truly present and aligned with the universal flow of existence. Now, let's move to the second powerful sign the universe sends through these frequencies. The sounds intensify during moments of emotional or energetic transformation. Have you noticed that the frequencies become louder, sharper, harder to ignore exactly when you're going through something profound? Maybe you just made a major decision that will change the course of your life. Maybe you ended a toxic relationship that had held you back for years. Maybe you finally said no to something that wasn't aligned with your truth, even if it meant disappointing others. Or maybe you suddenly gained clarity about a repeating pattern in your life, and everything finally clicked. In those moments, the frequencies the universe sends are no longer passive background noise. They become present, vibrant, impossible to ignore. And there's a deep reason for that. The universe is responding to your transformation. It's validating your choices. It's confirming that you're on the right path. Every time you go through a significant emotional transformation, every time you release stagnant energy, every time you raise your vibration through conscious, authentic choices, your energetic field changes literally. Your energy body reorganizes itself. Old layers of dense energy are released. New frequencies begin flowing through you. It's as if the universe is tuned into you in real time. And the sounds you hear are the audible reflection of this cosmic recalibration. They are sonic evidence that the universe is working through you, reshaping your energetic structure so you can carry more light, more awareness, more truth. Many people undergoing deep healing processes through therapy, energy work, shamanic practices, or simply facing their own shadows with brutal honesty report that the sounds become more frequent and more intense during these periods. And that makes perfect sense. Healing isn't about fixing something broken. It's about restoring the natural flow of universal energy through your being. When energetic blockages are removed, when repressed emotions are finally felt and released, when old traumas are integrated and transformed, the energy of the universe begins moving through you differently. And that shift in energetic dynamics creates vibration. And vibration can be perceived as sound. The universe literally sings through you when you are transforming. So if you notice the frequencies intensifying during moments of crisis, healing, transformation, or elevation, don't panic. Don't immediately run to the doctor assuming something is wrong, unless there are other concerning physical symptoms that genuinely require medical evaluation. Instead, recognize this for what it truly is, a direct confirmation from the universe that you are moving, evolving, transcending. Your being is vibrating in harmony with cosmic frequencies, and you are conscious enough to perceive it. This is a sacred gift from the universe, not a curse. And that brings us to the third sign, which is absolutely crucial to understanding how the universe communicates with you. You can distinguish these sounds from any external source. This is one of the most confusing and at the same time, most revealing aspects of the entire experience. When you hear these sounds, these unusual frequencies sent by the universe, you know on a deep, inexplicable level that they're not coming from outside. You might still check, look around, turn off devices, cover one ear, then the other, trying to locate the source. But deep down, you already know the truth. These sounds are being generated internally, or rather, they are being transmitted directly into your consciousness by the universe through channels that transcend conventional physical senses. They are perceived through your inner ear, through perceptual mechanisms that go beyond normal physical hearing. And this is where science and spirituality begin to intersect in fascinating ways. From a physiological standpoint, there is something called otoacoustic emissions, sounds literally produced by the hair cells inside the cochlea of your inner ear. These cells can vibrate and create sounds that you perceive as coming from within your own head. But the interesting question is what triggers these vibrations? From a spiritual and energetic perspective, It's believed that when the universe begins communicating with you more directly, your higher energy centers activate intensely, especially the sixth chakra, the third eye, and the seventh chakra, the crown chakra. These centers directly influence glands and physical structures in the head. The pineal gland, often called the seat of the soul or the cosmic antenna, is located at the center of the brain and is extremely sensitive to electromagnetic fields and energetic frequencies coming from the universe. As this gland becomes more active during spiritual awakening, it functions like a cosmic receiver, capturing transmissions from the universe and translating them into sensory experiences you can perceive. It can influence nearby auditory structures, resulting in the perception of these internal sounds. Some spiritual traditions teach that these sounds are literally the vibration of the universe becoming audible to you. They are the sonic signature of cosmic energy flowing through all existence, and you are finely tuned in enough to receive that broadcast. Think of it like a musician who develops perfect pitch after years of training. They begin to hear nuances, harmonics, and frequencies that most people simply don't notice. In the same way, as you awaken spiritually and the universe works through you more intensely, your sensory apparatus becomes refined, sharpened, expanded. You begin to perceive layers of reality that were always their cosmic transmissions that were always being sent but were invisible and inaudible to your former perception. So if you are absolutely certain these sounds have no external source, if you can hear them even in complete silence, if they seem to come from within you and beyond physical space at the same time, that is a deeply significant sign sent directly by the universe. It means your perception is transcending conventional physical limits. The universe is literally tuning you to a higher frequency, and you are beginning to perceive beyond the veil separating the material world from the infinite cosmos. And now we arrive at the fourth and final sign, the most important of all. The sounds are accompanied by insights, synchronicities, or noticeable shifts in consciousness. This is a definitive sign. The cosmic seal of authenticity that separates an ordinary auditory experience from a true spiritual awakening phenomenon orchestrated by the universe. Pay very close attention here, because this is where everything connects. When you hear these frequencies and, simultaneously or shortly afterward, you experience a deep insight about your life. When something you couldn't understand suddenly becomes crystal clear. When the answer to a question you've carried for months appears spontaneously in your mind. When you feel a palpable shift in consciousness, as if a door has opened inside you, connecting you directly to universal wisdom. That is not coincidence. That is the universe speaking to you in the most direct language possible. That is cosmic confirmation. Many people report that exactly when the sounds intensify, they receive downloads of information from the universe, profound understandings about the nature of reality, clarity about major life decisions, or an overwhelming sense of connection with the infinite intelligence that orchestrates all existence. Some describe it as if the universe were transmitting messages directly into their consciousness, not necessarily in words, but in complete packets of understanding that unfold instantly in the mind like cosmic flowers opening their petals. And the synchronicities the universe orchestrates during these moments. You start noticing that when the sounds appear, life around you begins aligning in ways that defy rational explanation. You think of someone and they call you minutes later. You have an intuition and it's confirmed the same day. You receive exactly the information, resource, or opportunity you needed at the perfect moment, as if the universe were conspiring in your favor. These are not random coincidences. They are direct evidence that the universe is working through you and around you. You are entering a state of alignment with the universal flow of existence. You are operating in sync with the cosmic intelligence that orchestrates everything from the movement of galaxies to the seemingly chance encounters that transform lives. And the sounds you hear are like a cosmic bell ringing, announcing these moments of perfect alignment with the universe. They are an audible reminder that you are on the right path, that the universe is guiding you, that you are awakening to your true nature as a conscious extension of the infinite cosmos. Now, here is something absolutely crucial you need to understand. If the sounds you hear are not accompanied by any of these expansive experiences of consciousness, if they are isolated sounds with no spiritual context, no correlation with your inner growth, no synchronicities or insights accompanying them, then it is absolutely appropriate to seek medical evaluation to rule out conditions like tinnitus or other auditory health issues. There is no shame in that. The universe works through the physical world as well. Caring for your physical health is an essential part of the spiritual path. But if you recognize all these signs, if you see the cosmic pattern, if you feel the deep connection between the sounds and your awakening journey, if synchronicities are multiplying and insights are flowing, then you already know the universe is speaking to you. And that inner knowing, that certainty that comes from a place deeper than the rational mind, is itself another sign that you are tuned into universal frequency. You are learning to trust your inner wisdom, which is, in truth, the wisdom of the universe flowing through you. You are learning to navigate reality using an inner compass that points not to magnetic north, but to cosmic truth. So, what do you do with all of this? How do you work with these frequencies the universe is sending? First, stop resisting. Stop being afraid. Stop trying to make the sounds disappear. The more you resist, the more you block the communication the universe is trying to establish with you. Instead, begin paying attention with gentle curiosity and gratitude. When the sounds appear, recognize that the universe is knocking on your door, inviting you into a deeper conversation. Pause, breathe deeply, and simply observe. Don't try to analyze them. Don't try to understand them with the rational mind. Just be present and open to what the universe may be communicating through the experience. Second, use them as anchors for presence and cosmic connection. Every time you notice the sounds, let them bring you immediately into present moment and into the awareness that you are connected to something infinitely greater. Let them remind you that you are more than your physical body, more than your thoughts, more than your circumstances. You are cosmic consciousness having a temporary human adventure. You are the universe experiencing itself through your eyes. Third, keep a journal of these experiences and the messages the universe is sending. Write down when the sounds appear, what you were doing, what you were feeling, and what insights or synchronicities accompanied them. Over time, clear patterns will emerge, and those patterns will reveal profound messages about your journey and your purpose. And finally, connect with others who are experiencing the same communication from the universe. You are not alone. Millions of people around the world are awakening spiritually right now, tuning into the frequencies of the universe, and many of them are hearing exactly what you're hearing. Sharing your experiences, learning from others, and knowing you're part of a larger community of awakened souls responding to the call of the universe is incredibly validating and empowering. So leave a comment below. Are you hearing these frequencies the universe sends? Which of the 4 signs resonates most with your experience? Have you had profound insights or impossible synchronicities accompanying these sounds? Share your story. Your experience may be exactly what someone else needs to hear to feel less alone, less afraid, and more confident in their own awakening and connection to the cosmos. And if this video resonated with you, if you felt these words touch something deep within you, if you recognize the voice of the universe speaking through this message, subscribe now. Join our community of awakened souls learning to listen and respond to the call of the universe. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any new content. We post regularly to support you, guide you, and remind you of who you truly are and of your eternal connection to the cosmos during this transformative process. And don't forget to like this video. That simple action helps this message reach more chosen ones who need to hear, more souls ready to recognize that the universe is speaking to them. Remember, you are not going crazy. You are not imagining things. The universe is awakening you. And these sounds you hear are the soundtrack of your spiritual evolution, the cosmic music the universe plays exclusively for those who are ready to listen. Embrace it. Honor it. Thank the universe for choosing you to receive these transmissions, and let them guide you toward the highest, most authentic version of who you truly are, fully aligned with the infinite flow of the cosmos. Until the next video, keep listening to the messages of the universe. Keep awakening. Keep shining like the cosmic star you have always been.